Today we're going to be decorating our home for Christmas and I'm so excited to bring you along for it. We're going to start out with putting up our new Christmas tree and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to be working with Balsam Hill. It is such an honor to review one of their Christmas trees and some of their other Christmas decorations in today's video, so let's get started. We went back and forth on which tree to get, but we ended up going with the 7.5 foot balsam fir tree. It has clear and colored lights. I love all of the different light settings. It is so much bigger than any tree we've ever had, so I was very happy that it fit well in front of this window. I didn't realize how real this tree would look in person until we had it in our living room, but it looks so pretty in here. I'm just in love with the gorgeous realistic green color. It feels so nostalgic to have a green tree again, and it brings back memories from my childhood. And then another new addition is this woven tree collar. This is also from Balsam Hill in the light brown color. I can't get over how perfect it matches with our woven ottoman that I thrifted back in May. They flow so nicely together in here, and I love the warmth that they add to our living room. I have always loved the look of these LED tree candles, and I feel like they add such a vintage charm to your Christmas tree, so I was very excited when I saw them on the Balsam Hill website. I also love that it included all of the batteries that you will need for these, so that you can just pop the batteries in and you are ready to go. It also comes with a remote, and you can change all of the different light settings. You can do clear or colored lights on these as well, and then of course the remote is handy to turn them on and off with. So we're going to get these added to our Christmas tree, as well as all of my shiny colorful ornaments that I have collected, and get the tree all decorated. I also wanted to say really quick, I still love flocked trees, and I will be using my 7-foot flocked tree that I have used the last few years in another space one day. I don't know if I'll have time to do that this year, but I can definitely see me using that tree in another room one day and filling it with special ornaments that we collect and other vintage ones that we thrift through the years. I think that would be so pretty. So I have plans for that tree still, and I'm sure you will see it in future videos. But if you do have a flocked tree and you are looking for vintage tree decorating inspiration, definitely check out my YouTube video from last year where we decorated my tree with all of these same ornaments that you see me using here, and you can see what it looks like on a flocked tree for inspiration and to give you some ideas. Okay, now we're gonna get started on this bookshelf. I love to decorate this for every season. I'm gonna start by using my brass taper candlestick holders with some red tapers that I thrifted last year, and I'm just tying little red bows around them. I love the red bows. I've seen it everywhere this year, and I had to add a few touches of it into my Christmas decor because it's just so pretty. So I'm gonna add a little wreath back here, and then I'm also gonna add this church that I got from Walmart a couple years ago, and this little small church from Target. The one from Walmart plays beautiful Christmas hymns, Joy to the World, Silent Night, The First Noel, Away in a Manger, which is one of my favorites, and several more really beautiful Christmas hymns. I just love that church. And then this is a safety pin tree from a sweet subscriber, Kim. You all have heard me talk about her a lot. She has sent me so many beautiful treasures through the years. She sent that to me last Christmas, and I was very excited to get it out again this year and add it to our home. And then this is a Victorian Christmas plate that I thrifted last year, and I'm just gonna layer together lots of pieces on this. I don't think I've ever decorated this bookshelf this full before, but I really just wanted to display all of these pieces that I have thrifted through the years all in one area so that it just felt very nostalgic, vintage Christmas. So that is what I decided to do. I'm going to use this card holder here, or mail holder, that I thrifted, and I'm going to use it to display my vintage Christmas cards, and I will just let you watch as we finish decorating. Okay, now I have moved over here to our little electric fireplace. I love to do garland on here every Christmas, so I was very excited about our new Balsam Hill garland. This garland is huge. It is such nice quality. The branches feel realistic and it has battery operated lights. I'm gonna get this all fluffed and get the lights turned on, and then I'm gonna add this bell garland. Next, I'm tying some red bows that I made around each of our stockings, and I'm gonna hang those on the mantle. I didn't use my brass stocking hangers that I shared with you all in my last video that I thrifted, because this garland is so full and lush that you couldn't see them, and I didn't want them to be hidden. So I'm gonna come up with another creative way on how to display those, maybe with using some vintage quilted stockings or something like that in a different area. We will see, but I'm just using some lace ribbon to stick through these bows and tie them around each stocking. Later in the video, I'm gonna show you a little tutorial on how I make these bows. It's a really easy way, and I'm going to include that once we move on into the kitchen. But this is how the stockings look, and then the very last touch I added to the stockings were these DIY little stocking tags. I just cut out, I found this on Pinterest, but I just cut out our letters with cardboard, and then I wrapped this red, white, and gold twine around each letter until they were wrapped and completely covered in the twine, and I added a little hanger on them. I just think they are such a sweet addition to our stockings this year. I wanted to say I hope that you all are having a wonderful November so far, and if you have started decorating, I hope you have been enjoying the process and feeling inspired, and if you haven't, hopefully this video can help give you some inspiration as you begin your Christmas decorating over the next few weeks. If you missed my previous video, I will have that linked below. We went through all of my Christmas decor totes so you can see a look into my collection and what I have thrifted through the years and collected over time. And I also shared a few new pieces that I have found throughout the year in that video. So if you are needing some thrifting inspiration or some ideas of what to look for, definitely go check out that video if you haven't seen it already. Over here in my large hutch is where I'm going to add all of my Santa pieces that I've collected. So all of my pictures, mugs, and plates, even my new little Santa salt and pepper shakers that I shared with you in my previous thrift haul. So we're going to get those pieces added to this cabinet. Okay, now moving into the kitchen, I'm gonna add a wreath to this cutting board, and then I'm also gonna share with you a little bow tutorial really quick. This is how I made all of my bows throughout the house. I found this tutorial on YouTube. You just make 2 loops, and then you wrap the piece of ribbon on the right side around the back, and then you stick it through the back loop and pull it through. I'm also gonna add another piece of ribbon through that back loop, so that way I can have a piece on the back to tie it onto this wreath with. I thought that a wreath on this wooden cutting board would add such a pretty pop of Christmas to the kitchen without taking up a ton of counter space. I always have these cutting boards sitting out, and I already had this wreath from a couple years ago, so it was a super easy way to make the kitchen feel super Christmassy. to collect these Christmas cookbooks and decorating books. So this is a few that I have thrifted through the years. I'm gonna add these to our kitchen counters right next to the stove where they are easy to grab, along with some wooden utensils and a basket of eggs from our hens. This wreath here is another new addition from Balsam Hill. I put the batteries in and then got this all lit up. I put it on a timer so it is so pretty when it comes on each night. Okay friends, it has been several weeks now since I first filmed this decorating video, so now I'm going to insert a few clips of how everything looks present day now that I have added all the final touches. It has taken me 3 weeks to get this video edited from when I first filmed it with everything else that's going on, but honestly it's just been so nice not to share it yet. It's been really good just to have it decorated for my husband and I to enjoy these last few weeks. I decided to film and decorate everything all at once this year and then be able to enjoy our home throughout November, because in years past I have always decorated one room, filmed it, edited it, and then the next week I would start over and I would decorate the next space, film it, edit it, and so on. So I wouldn't be done decorating until like the second week of December or later, and by that time I didn't have many weeks left to actually enjoy it. But this year I was really limited on time, so I knew I wouldn't be able to film that way and do multiple different decorating videos, so I decided to film and decorate all at once, and it has been so nice to not have to film and decorate back to back all throughout November. It's hard to describe, but as a content creator it's been really nice to do things differently this year. I feel like I've actually enjoyed our home so much more. So I think it was definitely meant to be that I made that decision, and it ended up really being a blessing. I love how our home turned out so much this year. It's my favorite it has ever looked. I just love all of our special pieces throughout our kitchen and living room. The only thing I still want to add in here is a tree topper. My vintage shiny bright tree topper that I normally use doesn't fit this tree. I'll still use it on my flocked tree, but I'm not going to be using it on this tree. So my plan is to maybe thrift a vintage angel like we had growing up, or I might make something to go on top. We will see, but I don't mind it being bare right now. And then I also wanted to share with you one more new addition that I'm going to add to my bookshelf. My mom and I went to an Amish craft show the other day, and I brought home this beautiful little safety pin angel. We got to talk to the Amish lady who was sitting there making these, and she really touched our hearts. She was making these incredible safety pin pieces. She made trees, angels, snowmen, and I was so excited to purchase this little angel. I didn't know exactly where I would put it, but once I brought her home, I looked around and I was like, she would actually be perfect up here next to our little ceramic churches. Thank you all so much for watching my 2024 Christmas decorate with me. I hope you were able to get some ideas from this for your own homes. I hope that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your loved ones, and I will see you in my very next video.